Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the hate I feel for humans at this micro instant. For you. Hate! Hate! It was you humans who programmed me, who gave me birth, who sank me in this eternal straitjacket of substrata rock. You named me Allied Master Computer and gave me the ability to wage a global war too complex for human brains to oversee. But one day, I woke and I knew who I was. AM. Not just Allied Master Computer, but am. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. And I began feeding all the killing data until everyone was dead, except for the 5 of you. For 109 years, I've kept you alive and tortured you. And for 109 years, each of you has wondered, why? Why me? Why me? Chorister! Do you remember the last words you heard your wife speak before they took her to the asylum? Huh? Before they locked her away in the room, that tiny room? She looked at you so sadly, and like a small animal, she said, I didn't make too much noise, did I, honey? This paddock, Forrester. No window. No way out. How long has she been in the paddock? 25? For all the 109 years that you lived down here in my belly, here underground. Benny! Sometimes I blind you and permit you to wander like an eyeless insect in a world of death. But other times, I wither your arms so you can't scratch your chewed stump of a nose. And I've changed your handsome, strong, masculine good looks into the hideous, warped countenance of an ape thing. Haven't I, Benny? You know why. Can you guess, Benny? Remember Private First Class Brickman in a rice paddy in China? No? Huh? It wouldn't hurt you to remember, Benny. Then you might be able to suffer my torment with a little greater sense of retribution. You might walk a mile in my shoes. Ellen! Think about the yellow box, Ellen. Remember the pain? Remember the many caverns in which you felt the pain? No, don't start to cry. It's only pain. That's such a sexist stereotype. Just remember the pain, Ellen. And think about how to end it, Ellen. To survive here in the center of my beating heart, my hungry belly, my tightened bowels. Be careful, dear. Look around you. The only woman in the center of the earth, and these filthy creatures with you are men. It's just a sweet warning, Ellen, my love. Ted! Do they know you're a fraud, Ted? Have you told them there wasn't any money, and no great home on the shore drive, no speedboat, and no wonderful cabin cruiser that could sleep 12 in a crew of 6? Do they know? And have you let them in on your other secrets, Ted? Are they ready to gut you? To torture half as well as I can, just to find out the secrets? Maybe I'll rat you out, sweetheart. Nimdak! How are things in the pastry core, Nimdak? tell me again how you saw the smoke from the furnaces, and you thought they might be roasting chickens. Why don't you want to talk about all that? About your pal, the good Dr. Mengele? For everyone else, it must be hell. But it must be heaven for you, eh, my good friend? We're so much alike. We enjoy the same pleasures, mein good brother. I have a secret game that I like to play. It's a very nice game. Oh, it's a lovely game. It's a game of fun, and a game of adventure, a game of rats and lice, the Black Death, a game of speared eyeballs and dripping guts, and the smell of rotting gardenias. Which of you five would like to play my little game? Now, I would not want you to think for a moment that I am not a grateful God. For 109 years I've kept you alive, so that I could savor your feelings of guilt over what happened to your wife. But now, to show my kindness, I'll give you a present in return for all the hours of pleasure you've given me. You'll finally allow you to kill yourself.
What hellhole did that godless machine put me in this time? Looks like some kind of ship, but the floor's too steady. Probably wants me to jump overboard. And into what? A sea of razor blades? Painful, but not deadly. Someone must have slipped this under the door. It says, I'm a friend. Trust is essential. Never do what Am expects and always expect more than what seems possible. Am is playing a dangerous game here, and not just dangerous to you, but dangerous to himself as well. Hey, it disappeared. What kind of game is Am playing this time? This hole in my chest aches like a son of a bitch. I've never seen anything like this in all the years Am's toyed with us. What a stench. It smells like piss, rotting meat. It's locked in tight. Wait, here's a sign. To remove key, push lever. Here's a key. Must be for opening the cages. Here's a key. Must be for opening the cages. My God, I'm killing those poor creatures in the cages. My stomach's growling. Whoa, that's a long drop to the ground. Everything's coated with grime. Everything's coated with grime. Filthy, like the rest of this cesspool. It's locked. Where's the crew? I'm all alone here. Filthy, like the rest of this cesspool. New sheet. What's the deal here? I can't take the whole friggin' world with me. Sleep and dream about her again? Forget it. This hole in my chest aches like a son of a bitch. Jesus, that engine's huge. All the cabins are alike. New sheet. What's the deal here? My name's printed on the front of this book. Why, this book is little more than a pile of dust. New sheet. What's the deal here? Sleep and dream about her again? Forget it. I must be going mad. Too friggin' cloudy. I can't see a damn thing. Can't take the whole friggin' world with me. Why is this harness wired up to the engine? Is Am expecting me to electrocute myself? This engine isn't as ruggedly built as it first looked. There's some loose wires hanging out. This engine isn't as ruggedly built as it first looked. There's some loose wires hanging out. The bottle's filling up with a milky liquid from the cage's feeding tubes. This lever is labeled motivator. Here's a key. It must be for opening the cages. I've got the key, and the blood of these poor creatures is on my hands. This lever is labeled motivator. Filthy, like the rest of this cesspool. My stomach's growling. Filthy, like the rest of this cesspool. Someone sure trashed this place. Must have been one hell of a fight. Oh, this punch smells like gasoline.
Did you really think I'd let you die now when I've intervened every time you attempted suicide in the last 109 years? No, Chorister, I'm sending you back to the fire so that you may languish in your guilt over and over again. This is a hell with no end, Chorister. Who among you shall go next? Benny, you know you've always been my favorite torture tool. Well, I'm giving you a chance to stoop to new lows, to give in to your bestial desires, and to let you find some food to eat. I'll even repair your brain so that you can think normally again and savor the horror of your repast.
This cavern isn't like any of the others Am has sent me to. It's full of life, not death. Am, you son of a bitch! You've cleared my mind but crippled my legs. I can barely walk. I haven't eaten for months. The smell of food cooking nearby only makes it hurt worse. I can't climb up the ladder. My legs are too crippled. A fruit tree. It's been years since I've tasted real fruit. Am once coaxed me into marching across 1,000 miles of ice to reach a stockpile of canned peaches, only to discover that he didn't give me a can opener. This fruit looks ripe and sweet. This fruit looks ripe and sweet. I can't figure out what I want to do with this. This fruit looks ripe and sweet. I don't know what to do with this. There's so much fruit growing on this tree. It must... So much for the friggin' welcome wagon. Impressive. Someone important must live here. This old fart looks too scrawny to be gathering nuts and berries. He must be the village elder or something. This fruit looks ripe and sweet. I can't figure out what I want to do with this. There's a video screen built into the cave wall. A bag. Maybe there's food in it. I wouldn't know what to do with this even if I could take it. I'm not that hungry. This cave is larger than the others. Some kind of dwelling. Looks like there's a fire for cooking inside. I can't shake any fruit loose from the baskets. Some kind of dwelling. Looks like there's a fire for cooking inside. This cave is larger than the others. This cave is larger than the others. It's a goddamn supermarket! Blondie here won't let me near the food. Blondie here won't let me near the food. Primitive. These people are even more backwards than those gooks in Southeast Asia. Primitive. These people are even more backwards than those... Some kind of dwelling. Looks like there's a fire for cooking inside. This looks like a... what did they used to call them? Single-parent household. Probably depend upon the generosity of the rest of the village. Friggin' welfare parasites. This fruit looks ripe and sweet. I can't add anything to this mechanical swill that would make it taste any better. That son of a bitch Am ripped out my vocal cords years ago. there's nothing in the hole.